My name is Michael, like Winnie mentioned. Thank you, Winnie. And I am a senior customer success associate with Oze. And I'll be taking you guys through the coach and analytics feature of the Oze business app today. And it's very nice to see amazing faces amongst us today. I can see Akosua. Thank you for joining. I can see Fiber. Thank you for joining. Bridget, thank you for joining as well. And we'll just go right into the business of the day
Now, coach, who
immediately.
just
Please, can you mute? Oh, okay, that's done already. All right. So first of all, I would like to start by saying that I am hoping that this is a very interactive session. So I would want you to feel free to interrupt me at any point if you have questions. I'll also be taking some pauses to entertain questions just in case you prefer to wait. And then I will start by welcoming you to the new Oze, where we are actually doing business better. And yeah, so first of all, I'll do a little bit of background about Oze and why we have actually moved into a new version of the app. Oze actually empowers millions of African businesses to do business better. I mean, currently, every smart business owner out there wants to use Oze to keep track of their business sales and expenses and leverage all of the amazing features that we have put together into this new version. Some of which you've heard before. You've heard Oze Shop, the one my colleague actually took you guys through, brings. And then you've heard of inventory, you've heard of transactions, and today I'll be talking about coach and analytics. Our North Star is to help grow your business and team with our award-winning business app. We designed the new Oze app to actually make transactions easier. If you noticed, in the previous version, transactions was a bit clumsy on, or everything was actually on a single page. So what we did was to make it seamless by breaking it down into three easy steps so that you are very clear when you're recording your transactions and you can focus on one task at a time. And then also we designed this new app to actually build your online presence. And that's what my colleague has actually taking you through in previous sessions. That's Oze Shop. And then also to track your inventory. We have a very powerful tool, a very powerful feature in the Oze app called inventory. And that inventory allows you to know how much stocks you have left in your product, how much stocks how much you need to restock. And when your product gets low to a certain point, the app can also notify you based on what you have preferred or based on your preference. If you prefer for the app to notify you when your product gets low up to like 2 units, I mean, the app will send you a notification telling you, hey, you need to restock on this product. Your product is actually getting low. So now, straight into the business of the day. We are going to talk about coach and analytics today, like I've mentioned, and I'll be starting with coach. Now, coach is actually your access to meaningful guidance as you grow your business. There's something they say if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with somebody. And this is why we have dedicated coach. We have built coach as a feature to walk you through or to make your business growth or the process of you growing your business a less lonely one so that you have a companion right in your pockets, right in your phone that helps you with tips, that helps you with some messaging while you grow your business. I mean, coach is actually your gateway to carefully curated resources just for you. You are our user. And then the reason why we actually talk about um, the concept of coach is that we wanted our users, Ozepreneurs, to actually increase their business knowledge. I mean, it is not enough that you're using the app to track your sales and expenses. If you do not have enough business know-how or business knowledge, the app is as good as useless. So that is why we are trying to equip our business owners with adequate business knowledge. And coach, this is where coach comes in. With coach, you'll be getting tips on your on how to grow your business, tips on how to manage your employees, tips on how to manage debt, how to avoid debt, a whole lot of topics that coach can actually lecture you on with daily tips, actually, daily notifications. And then also with Coach, we are hoping to be able to send quick tips to non-tech savvy users of Oze. Imagine if on a random day you just get a notification from Coach explaining how you can just quickly download your data into an Excel spreadsheet, or download your data and analyze it. Although the app does some analysis for you, yes. So a whole lot of tech tips that you can actually get from Oze. Imagine you getting a tip from Coach on how you can actually share your receipt or share your invoice to some customers via email. Very, very techy and specific tips like that. Now, business coach, with Coach, we are also hoping that we also wanted to um, allow our users have direct access to a human coach, a business coach that can provide valuable insights for your growing business. And I'll be explaining more on that in the coming slide. So now we have Coach, like I mentioned, and this Coach the interface is split. I'll be showing you the interface shortly. The interface is split into three main features, where we have the message tab, we have the business tips tab, and the get help button. Now, the message tab actually houses and displays dedicated messages from Coach to you. Dedicated messages from Coach to you. Here, this is where you find announcements. This is where you find notifications. Probably there is a promo going on. Coach quickly informs you as your little bird. A whole lot of things that Coach can actually communicate to you through the messaging tab. Also, we can also create custom messages for you. Maybe if you're, for example, a loan beneficiary and you have XYZ days to your repayment date, Coach can actually give you a nudge and let you know, hey, your repayment date is getting close. So don't forget, have it in mind and pay. This is where we have custom messages made for you in the app. So it is housed in the messaging tab and it is displayed in the messaging tab. And then also we have business tips tab where this tab only just houses all the business tips that Coach has for you. All the business tips that Coach would send you, they would remain in the business tips tab. And this is where you can actually go through during your leisure. You can go through the tips and learn a whole lot of ideas for your business. And then the Get Help button takes you to WhatsApp chat to chat with Oze customer support. Now, as part of our plan to improve your experience on the app, you would also have access to a dedicated coach, like I mentioned earlier. So the moment you click on the Get Help button, it takes you to a chat, and you'll most likely be getting a response from your own personal business coach at Oze. At this point, I would like to ask if anyone has any question. Okay, there's somebody in the waiting room. Okay. All right, so I'll just take the silence as no. I will go on with the presentation. So yes, navigating to Coach. So all you need to do is to at the top right corner of your screen on your home page, you press the three dashes. Is usually the techie guys will call it the hamburger menu, but I will just call it three dashes for the purpose of this training. You tap the three dashes at the top right corner of your screen, top left corner actually, and then you tap on Coach. Once you tap on Coach, you're already in the Coach feature. You're already in the Coach platform, and then you'll be able to view the messages and the business tips that Coach actually has for you. I will be showing guys a demonstration of this very soon. Now, like I mentioned, we have three features in one. Just a quick recap. We have the messaging tab, the business tip tab, and the get help button. So right now, I will just go straight to do a quick demo on Oze. But at this point, I think I'll have to share my screen and then share it again so that you guys can have visibility on what I'm doing on my phone. Just give me a moment, please. A moment, please. All right, so I'm sharing my screen now. All right, I hope you can see my screen here showing the Oze app.
Yes, please, we can.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. All right, so like I mentioned, you would see 3 dashes at the top left corner of your screen. All you need to do is just to tap it here, and then it opens the menu for you, and then you tap on Coach. On this menu, you'll see transactions, you'll see inventory, you'll see Oze Shop, you'll see Coach, you see analytics, and you see settings. Here, for this training, we are talking about Coach, and then you have to tap on Coach. So once you tap on Coach, this is where you find, by default, you land in the messaging tab of Coach. Now, this is where you find messages that your coach has actually directed to you. Like I mentioned, my name is Michael, and you can see that this message from our lovely CEO Megan actually has my name in it, because this message was actually meant for me. So all you need to do is just to tap on read more, and then you'll be able to read the wonderful message that coach has for you. And then at the end of the message, you can go ahead and click thank you. And then also, if you swipe to the other side of the screen, you'll see business tips that coach has actually created for you. Coach has actually gathered for you. I just signed up with this account, so probably there is no much tips yet on this particular account. And then, like I mentioned, the get help button is just that small logo of small icon of a question mark in a blue circle at the top right corner of your screen. The moment you tap this, it takes you to WhatsApp, where you can actually have a chat with your dedicated business coach. The moment you send a message on this platform, you'll most likely be getting a response from your own business coach, from your personal business coach. So you can use this platform as a means to get help, get business advice. If you're stuck on any process in the app, your coach will be there to direct you. If you have any question on or you need advice on your next step, your next plans for your business, you want to speak to a coach, we'll be here to assist. Do you understand? So these are the 3 main features that we have on Oze Shop. So at this point, I would like to entertain questions about Coach. So I do not want to believe that no one has any question about Coach. So maybe I'll begin to mention names. Akosua, would you like to tell us what you think about Coach? Or do you have any questions or any misconception that you may have had about the Coach feature?
Well, I don't have any questions, but I do think it's a great feature. I'm still finding my way around Oze 2.0, but with the old. I'm sorry about the noise in my background if it disturbs anybody.
No,
I
it's
was
fine.
saying that on the old app, I really enjoyed coaches' messages. In order to really, should I say, understand or assimilate the business tips, what I would usually do is I would wait for a week to pile up and then go through it over the weekend, because I noticed sometimes there were series and it would, one tip is shared per day. So I would just batch read them so that I can grab the whole gist of what coach is saying. I think it's a really great feature. I do not have any questions.
Great, great. Thank you. I really appreciate that feedback. So Bridget has her hand raised. Bridget, you can unmute your mic and ask your question.
Yes. I also don't have questions, but I absolutely agree with Akustia because I feel the same way she feels. The tips that come daily on the old app has been very helpful. Very, very helpful. A lot of the things but you take for granted. And so when these tips are sent, then it reminds you of. And there's some of them I didn't know, so it has been very helpful. Every morning I look up, I look forward to that tip at 9 o'clock, and it has been very, very great and helpful. I love the coach feature.
Oh, thank you so much, Bridget. I appreciate the feedback. We appreciate the feedback, Bridget. I think I would love to hear a man's voice today. Had ladies speak ever since we started the session. Robert, hopefully you'll be able to tell us 18 or two or ask a few questions about Oze Coach. Robert. Robert, are you there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
with Oze Coach, I've not been following it that much, but hearing what my colleagues are saying, it means I need to pay attention to it. So I think it's a wake up call.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sincerely, I strongly agree with what everyone has said. Oze Coach is, if you have not been paying attention to Coach, sincerely, I would advise that you're deliberate about it henceforth. Look forward to the messages from Coach. All of those messages were carefully gathered, carefully handpicked, screened, and sent to you. So the purpose of those messages is for you to have enough knowledge to actually grow your business, enough knowledge to make your business thrive. So I would advise that you don't take it for granted. Always pay attention to it. And trust me, you will see your business flying very, very high. All right. So I would like us to move on.
Yeah.
All right, Robert. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now I would like us to move on to the next feature of the day. It's probably going to be a very short session because, I mean, these features are very, very simple to use and there's really nothing super tech savvy about it. So we made it so easy for you to use, and you would see that while I'm explaining, you would see that I'm actually telling the truth now. So I'll go ahead and present my screen, and then we dive right into analytics. So now, yes, what does analytics actually do on the app? It provides meaningful data summary. That's just the long and short of what analytics does for you as a business or as a user of Oze Business app. Now, the data is actually not only meaningful, it is very, very flexible in the sense that you can actually decide to say, okay, I want to see a summary of my business performance for just last week. I want to see for just last month. I want to see for just this year. Or, okay, I just want to see everything for all time, for all the times I've been using Oze. So it is actually very, very flexible. And then also, the feature actually offers infographics, charts for better visualization and interpretation of the numbers you're seeing on your screen. You know, this is going to be a very, very amazing upgrade to the analytics screen. And we are closer to having that feature than ever. It's actually coming soon. And then it offers downloadable analytics reports also. This is also a feature that we are currently building and will be coming soon as well. So now let's dive into the features and benefits of Oze Analytics. Now, analytics actually offers you a flexible cash balance. Like I mentioned, it allows you to view your business cash balance based on your preferred capture period. So if you want the app to capture a period of last week, you would see that the app will let you know what your cash balance was from beginning of last week till the end of last week based on the transactions that you did. Also, it gives you access to some metrics. Now, this metrics actually contains summary of your profit and loss, your sales, and your expenses. Your sales and your expenses. And then it also contains the get help button. So what we are trying to do is we don't want you to be ever far from coach. We don't want you to be ever far from support. So on almost every screen in the app, you would find the get help button so that your experience in the app is very, very seamless. So if you happen to be at a point where you're stuck and you don't know how to proceed on the task you're currently executing on the app, just look no further. Just look around. Look on the screen. Somewhere at the top of the screen, most likely, more often, the top right corner of your screen, you will see a question mark. That question mark takes you directly to WhatsApp, where you can actually speak with um, your business coach. Now, I would like us to just delve right into the demo of analytics right away. I will be presenting my screen on that shortly. Please stay on the line. I'll stay with you. All right. So I hope you can actually see my phone screen now.
Yes, please.
Awesome. Thank you, Winnie. So now, currently, my business has a cash balance of 400,000 naira, 235, 400,235 naira. And I want to go to the analytics screen. All you need to do is just to tap on the three dashes at the top right corner of your screen, like I said earlier, and then you tap on analytics. Once you tap on analytics, it takes you to the analytics screen. Like I mentioned before, analytics offers you a lot, especially your metrics and your flexible cash balance. Now, as an addition, we have downloadable analytics coming soon, and that's that small download icon beside the question mark at the top right corner of your screen. If you see that, you can see that it says analytics report coming soon. Yes, you'll be getting that feature soon, and I'm sure it will blow your mind. Now, talking about cash balance, you can see here that there's a small drop down just beside the cash balance of 400,000 naira. You'll see that it says all time. So this is how much my business has made all time, over time. So now, if I want to say, I want to see what my business has done today, I'll just go ahead and tap on today and it shows me zero. It shows me zero because I have not made a sale today. I have not done any expense today. If I had spent any money today without making a sale, I'm sure that you can guess that the balance here will be a negative balance. You can as well go ahead and say, okay, I want to see my performance this week. This week, I've made 17,000 naira. Now, you need to understand that this is balance. This is after I've after I've spent and I've sold, and also with an addition of the balance that I've had before, this is what my business actually has this week. So you can see that we have a whole lot of different time frames here. And yes, you can use any one of them to get insights on how your business has performed over a specific period of time. Now, let's go down to metrics. With metrics, it has profit and loss, it has sales, and it has expenses. I would like to take profit and loss lastly, and so I will start with sales and expenses first. Now, for sales and expenses, this is your sales analytics screen, and here you can see how much you've sold, how much you've sold on credit, how much you've sold, and how much you've sold on credit. So here I can see that I have about 367,920 naira out of my business. I have sold to these people and they haven't paid me. So now I know that I have this kind of money outside my business. But trust me, if you were using a pen and a paper to keep track of your sales and expenses, arriving at this figure will take some time. Take you some time to start picking up your calculator, adding up these numbers from beginning to the end. And then you realize that you've spent valuable time doing calculations. Those valuable times you could have spent it thinking about strategies that you would use for your business. Okay, I think my screen is frozen. Sorry. I have to connect again. All right. So back to sales. So now, if I want to see what I sold this week, now I have sold 56,000 naira this week. And here today, I have sold nothing. And then also, I can actually use all of these periods to, there's even a custom date range. I can use all of these time frames to get insights on how much sales. This is not cash balance this time, just sales alone. This is just sales alone. It doesn't involve your cash balance. Now, also, we are going to be creating a chart feature here, like I mentioned, where it's going to be an infographic of what you are actually trying to visualize, right? So if I had changed this to this week and it shows me 56,000 naira, you probably see some charts representing what you have filtered your data for. Now, let's go back to expense. Expense is the same as sale. Expense is the same as sale, and my total expense here says 2,680. Now, it's expected that a real business should be making more expenses than this. So this is a test account, and it's probably not a good practice to not record your expenses. So this is where I get to emphasize that as a business, for you to know how your business has performed over time, it is important, equally important, that you are recording your sales and also recording your expenses. I hear a lot of businesses say they've not been recording transactions because their business has been slow. Yes, I understand that, and I deeply empathize, and we will be more than willing to offer advice at any point if you need any. However, it's also important that while business is slow, you are capturing every operational cost that your business incurred while your business is slow. Every operational cost, and all of these things fall into expenses. Purchase of materials, buying of goods, paying salaries of your sales girl. If you have a logistics bike, buying fuel for your bike, powering your office, paying for electricity bill, paying for rent. All of these things are expenses, and they should all fall under the expense category. So whether your business is slow or not, you should always be entering your business expenses. Now, my screen is frozen again, so I'm trying to reconnect it. It should be back now. Yes, it is. So now let's go back to the analytics home screen. Here, let's talk about profit and loss. Now, the profit and loss margin, profit and loss here talks about after you've done your profit is actually your expenses and your sales. So your sales minus your expenses actually gives you your profit. Your revenue minus your cost gives you your profit. And that is why this week I have had a profit of 56,000 naira on this screen, like you can see. I can decide to filter this data like I've shown you. Like I mentioned, the analytics feature is actually a very, very flexible feature. And you can choose to filter this data anyhow you want so that it can present to you what you actually require. Now, also on this screen, you can see something called profit and loss margin. Now, most business owners make the mistake of assuming profit and loss margin to be what I just explained. That's your revenue minus your cost. But really, profit margin is actually a different ball game entirely. It is represented in percentage actually. Your profit and loss, your profit margin should be your revenue minus your cost divided by your revenue. Now, it will take you a whole lot of work, a whole lot of manual work to begin to do all of this calculation. But if you use the Oze business app to do this, you just need to, all you need to just click and then you go to your analytics screen and it shows you your profit and loss margin. And then, like I mentioned, a chat feature is coming soon. Oh, my screen just disconnected again. So sorry, guys. Oh, yes. So, like I mentioned, a chat feature is coming soon. And yes, you would see different charts here letting you know how your business has performed over time. Now, if you scroll down a bit here, you'll see that we've helped you with definitions on profit and loss and also definitions about profit margin, just in case you need to have insight on what these things mean. And like I mentioned, profit margin is actually a portion of your total sales that creates your profit. It is the ratio of your profit to your total sales. A positive margin indicates a profitable business, and a negative margin indicates a loss. To increase your profit margin, you need to sell more while spending less. I mean, this is basic knowledge for almost every business owner, that for a business to thrive, for a business to be profitable, you need to sell more. You need to make more money than spend more. So yes, the app has helped with all of these definitions.